Right now, save 50 to 70% off at Banana Republic factory stores and online. And 60% off absolutely everything at Gap factory stores. Save even more with 40% off clearance at Gap factory stores. And at Banana Republic factory, sweaters start at $19.99 and scarves start at $9.99. Hurry! Search our store locator for your nearest Gap factory and Banana Republic factory store, or shop us online.
Stop jumping on me. Why are you doing that?
Having a bad dog day?
Rex, come back here.
From police dogs to pet dogs, from potty training to pet peeves, #1 best-selling author and 30-year canine trainer Andy Falco knows how to get to the meat of what's eating your dog. This is Falco Canine Dog Talk, the show that helps you and your dog create a relationship of love and respect.
What a good boy. Good heel, Rex. I love you, Rex.
And now here's your host, Andy Falco.
Hello, my friends. This is Andy over at Falco Canine Academy's Train the Dog Trainer program and Falco Canine Dog Talk. Welcome. It's a beautiful day here in Brea, California, and there's so many things happening. I cannot wait to share all of it with you because we've made some really cool partnerships, or at least one very cool partnership for sure, that I want to tell you about. And that is with a woman by the name of Cameron Thompson. She owns a dog training facility called Home to Canine, and also a rescue called Hope to Canine. And she's going to be joining me as my co-host following this podcast. This will be probably, and I hope, the last one I'm going to do by myself. Hopefully we can do all the future podcasts together because she has the same goal as I do, and that is to really help dog trainers become more profitable, to become more effective, to change more dogs' lives for the good and more humans' lives with their pet dogs or their service dogs or rescue dogs or working dogs, whatever it is. We want to make sure that we do all we can to make all of that better. And I think it's greatly needed. I've been in this business for a very long time. Strangely enough, I don't want to admit this with her on the show, but I believe I started dog training when she was about 5. Never repeat that. Hopefully she doesn't listen to this podcast. So I've been doing it a really long time, and I'm happy to say she has some great ideas, and she has great experiences. Just talking to her over the last few weeks that we've gotten to know each other, she has great knowledge, and I cannot wait for her to share that with you. And together, I think her and I will make a bigger impact as two, more so than each of us individually. So I'm really happy to have her on board, and I cannot wait to introduce you to her. If you go to Falco Canine Academy Facebook page, depending on when you're watching this, we just got done doing a Facebook Live together, so that would be a great place for you to get to know her and see her. But if not, if you're watching this a year down the road, 2 years down the road, I'm sure that you've probably already seen her on something that I'm doing, or we're doing live training somewhere, and you've gotten to know her that way. So it all is relative to when you're listening to this. What I definitely wanted to talk about today, before we get into the future podcast, what we're going to be doing together, is I just wanted to finish up a little bit on some of the things that are important in the development of your business. Because we talked about journaling, we've talked about partnerships, we've talked about having a social media presence versus a website, and a bunch of things like this. So one of the things that I think is really, really important is video. And if you're not doing it already, I would really encourage you, and I've mentioned this, I think, in a couple other podcasts, but I just really want this to be about you video taping. And I hesitated there because it's just video recording. That's what I wanted to say. Because every phone now, in most cases, unless you're still a flip phone carrier, a flip phone carrier has a camera option on it, and you can obviously take both pictures and video. And so it's just simply use your phone. If you have a video camera that you want to use or pick up or something along those lines, I would definitely make the investment, because it is worth every gosh darn penny. I have been videotaping my training sessions between police dogs, detection dogs, service dogs, our pet dog training, that kind of stuff. And when I get an opportunity, I videotape what it is I'm doing and I review it always. As much as you may hate seeing yourself, as much as you hate hearing your voice, get over it and start watching yourself, because you are going to learn so much about what it is you do, your mannerisms, the way you say things. And I think that it is probably next to journaling, and you know what? Journaling is pretty important, but this may even be more important than journaling, come to think of it. Let me think about that. I should have thought about that before I started the show. I think videotaping may be more important than journaling, but not by much. They're both. You got to do both. All right. So videotaping your training, just set up a tripod, hit record. If you can afford, early on to get some type of wireless microphone, you can wear it, and you can get them now fairly inexpensively. The one I have, I bought several years ago, and it was about $1,000, and no longer. I think $200, $300 will get you a wireless mic system that you can attach to your phone and connect to your lapel or your shirt somewhere. And so, and start doing that. And really, it's important. I don't care. Again, I'm going to stop you right now. The first thing I know that you're saying, well, I don't want to see myself. I hate the way that I sound. Get over it and just start doing it, because you are going to improve upon yourself. You're going to improve upon how you communicate with others. And it will change the way you do things. I promise you. And you will not use ums, as I almost just did right there, and often do. I've actually cut them down. If you think I use a lot of ums now, and I'm not sure if how many I've used yet, because I don't know that until I listen to the podcast. But if you think I used a lot now, I used way more before. So it obviously has improved on that. There's a sound I used to make with my mouth that I don't believe I make anymore. And it was like this little clicking sound. And I don't even know, if I tried to do it right now, I couldn't do it, because I didn't even realize I was doing it. But there was a weird thing that I was doing with my mouth that I had to consciously tell myself to stop doing. And I believe I was able to do that. I haven't heard it in a while, but it was very, very annoying. So that's just two things right off the bat. The other thing is in how you say things, how you come across to other people as you're teaching them. When you start recording your sessions, whether you're doing an evaluation or a training session or speaking from stage, you're going to really learn about why either people are motivated by you, and so obviously you're going to want to repeat whatever those things are that you do that motivate people, but you're also going to know what repels people, especially when you're trying to attract people. The last thing you want to do when you're trying to attract somebody is what? Repel them. And so the only way that you can see that, you'll hardly ever listen to a friend or family member tell you something critical, right? I mean, you do, maybe, depends on who it is, but most often you get offended, or I know that I do. Most men do. Most men are pretty sensitive. And so they will just they don't know what they're talking about. They're jerks. But if you watch yourself on video and see yourself saying something that, oh, wow, that was kind of sharp, or, that was annoying, or that was whatever, and you didn't like it, you're going to learn from it, right? And you're going to realize that, there is a way that I talk that actually repels people. And in any business, that it could be the death of your business. If you're repelling everybody, there's nothing wrong with being honest. There's nothing wrong with being very forward. Some people are very attracted to that. And so you want to make sure that that thing that you do is attracted to the types of people that you want it to be attractive to, right? So I speak to police audience, because I train a lot of police officers over the years. I speak to police audiences way differently than I talk to pet dog owners. And I talk to pet dog owners way differently than maybe TV show producers that I've had to work with over the years, and will be more authoritative in a way that I think that they would believe would be entertaining on television, and will be a little bit controversial. And that is a fact, right? You may not want to be as controversial when you're first meeting your customers on the very first day. You may later on, once they get to know you, because it'll be easier for them to take, but you don't want to necessarily be that way the first day. If you're meeting a TV show producer, you're going to want to be a little bit controversial. Just hear me on this, because almost every time that I've done some type of TV show, they've taken me aside. They go, you know what? What you're saying is really good, but can you make somebody cry? Is that possible? Can you take one of your customers and possibly cause them to have some type of emotion? Is that something? Do you know? something that would really trigger that emotion in them. And I did have the ability to do that, and I did it. I actually told a lady I was going to make her cry, and made her cry, not because I told her I was, but because I really made her cry. She goes, I know that you told me you were going to make me cry, but I had no idea that you really were going to make me cry. And so by videotaping yourself, when you're doing all these things, I'm telling you, it is valuable information. You will learn so much about yourself, and it doesn't take much, right? It's just your phone, you hit play. After you get done, you can upload it if you want. After you watch it, maybe you've learned the things you want to learn, you can delete it. Or you can put it into a folder on your computer, or on a Dropbox or a Google Drive or something like that, where you can refer to it later and use it in some type of product you're creating, or something that you want to do, because sometimes some gold will come out of your mouth when you're recording. I promise you, it has happened to me where I've been doing something and then the dog does something completely unexpected. It takes me into trainer mode, and now I've been able to save some history that is almost unrepeatable. If you've had this happen to you yet, where you got into a training session and something happened, you go, wow, that was good, or that was powerful, or I will never see that again. But now you have it on video. It is something you're going to be able to use in products that you put together online, some type of digital product. It'll maybe become a podcast like this. It maybe become part of a book that you can have transcribed based on what it was you said. And so I think can be some things that are lost by not videotaping. I know you can't do it all. I've tried to record everything I've done, but up to a certain point a couple years ago, I had hired a photographer, or a videographer is better said, a videographer. His name was Dan, and I called him Dan the cameraman. Dan the cameraman, for 2 years was my camera guy, and all he did was videotape everything I was doing. He worked for me 5 days a week, and he was either editing video or he was videotaping what we were doing and following us around and doing stuff. Strangely enough, one of the most important days that I spent with a dog that was extremely aggressive, he was so afraid of the dog that he didn't get any of it on video. He had hidden behind something. He thought I was going to get bit, so he was covering his eyes, and he got none of it on video. I did not get bit. The dog was perfectly fine, and none of it was captured on video. So even if you hire somebody, I guess I'm sharing that story, that even though you're trying to record everything, you're going to miss some gold, but you don't want to miss the gold. You want to take the opportunity to have the video running, to have, to capture some of these golden moments, if you possibly can, that you can use either to learn from or to use in some type of marketing or something you're putting together to attract more customers, or again, an online product. All right. So again, the ways you can do that is simply by a phone. You can get a mic on Amazon that is wireless. The reason I say wireless, because a wired mic rarely works in dog training. Almost always the dog will jump up and grab it. If you've ever tried to train a dog with your earpods on, plugged into your phone. If you've ever tried to train a dog doing that, almost always somehow the dog finds the cord and rips the earbuds out of your ears and pulls the phone onto the ground and cracks your screen. Almost always. So I recommend wireless, so that doesn't happen. And if you really need to, just get a camera, standalone camera that you put on a tripod. Be careful about a leash on a dog. If you go throw the ball and it's too close to the tripod, I guarantee you the cord will jump out, or the leash will jump out and grab one of the legs of the tripod, and will take your brand new camera off for a ride and drag it down the road. So you don't want to throw anything near your tripod that your camera is mounted on. There's other accessories that you can get, a phone holder that attaches to a tripod. Again, a microphone. You can even get a boom microphone that will attach directly to your iPad. They sometimes can be a little bit less expensive than a wireless mic. So just really go on your budget, but don't not record because maybe you don't have a microphone. Just record. And then as time goes on, maybe you'll be able to afford something more expensive later on. All right, so again, this is going to be one of my last solo podcasts. I hope. Cameron has been fantastic. We've met in person. We've talked on the phone. We've talked online. We've talked over Facebook Live. Right now, she is a perfect match for what it is that I would like to do for dog training. Like I said before, I think that together we can change some dog trainers' lives, and I'm really looking forward to working with Cam. In honor, I wonder if I should put this in the podcast. Just at least, what's the date? Today's December 17th. 15th, 2017. For the time being, there is I'm going to have a coupon. It is CAM5, CAM5, for $5 off our Dog Park Etiquette program. Sorry, I forgot the name of my own program. Dog Park Etiquette 101 program, where it teaches you how to use a dog park to your advantage and create a better relationship between you and your dog. All right, it's a little training. It's about 15 videos, something like that, and I'm going to add some more based on some discussions that I've recently have about dog parks. So there's going to be a few more videos on there coming up here, but it's just use the coupon code CAM5. All you need to do is go to dogparketiquette101.com. dogparketiquette101.com. Type that into the address bar in your browser. That'll take you to the landing page where you'll hit the buttons that are on there to purchase. Use that coupon code. There'll be a space for a coupon code, CAM5, CAM5. Put that in there. You'll save $5 on the program. And so feel free to do that. And that's in honor of Cameron joining us in the Train the Dog Trainer program. All right, I hope this podcast finds you well and serves you well. And let us know about any shows that you would like to do. Just simply go to Falco Canine Academy's Facebook page, send me a message, and we will do our best to bring the subject. Or we have a Train the Dog Trainer Facebook page too. I don't know why I keep forgetting about that. And you may find those links in the description of this particular podcast. So go ahead and click on one of those links if you find one. And that is it for me, Andy Falco Jimenez, solo for the last time on the Train the Dog Trainer program. All right, I'll see you at the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to Falco Canine Dog Talk,
the show that helps you and your dog create a relationship of love and respect.
If you like what you just heard, we hope you'll pass along our web address at www.falcocanineacademy.com.
And like our Facebook page at facebook.com/Falco Canine Academy.
Follow us on twitter.com/Falco Canine Academy.
And subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Falco143.
And remember, if you've got questions for Andy, call the K9 line at 714-798-9961. That's 714-798-9961.
This is a production of Falco Enterprises Incorporated. All rights reserved.
Introducing this year's most sought-after rookie, the M&T Bank Jets debit card. This superstar is sure to be charging through checkout lines all season long.
Hey Jets fans, you got to get your hands on the M&T Jets debit card. Rush into any M&T Bank branch today or learn more by clicking the banner. M&T Bank, the official community bank of your New York Jets. Offers subject to change and certain restrictions, conditions, and fees may apply. Member FDIC.